Match report: AFC Fylde 3, Halifax Town 2, dated the 28th of August 2016. Town were condemned to their first defeat of the season and their first in 17 matches at the hands of full-time outfit AFC Fylde. Billy Heath named an unchanged side from that which had comfortably beaten Tamworth 4-0 at the MBI Shea Stadium 7 days previous, and Town in the opening exchanges started the brighter. Matty Casilo on the left and Josh McDonald on the right wings respectively caused the Coasters lots of problems, more often than not getting their crosses into the box, but the Shaymen players in bright tangerine were on the main absent, bar Tom Denton, who did a lot of hard work in and around the area. The ball off Denton happily cut out by Messrs Josh Langley or ex-Town centre-back Steve Williams. Williams working well on the edge of his box, also in stealing possession off most that came his way. On one occasion, he was very fortunate that a pressured clearance fell kindly to his left back, but every little helps in such situations. Matty Casilo was booked for a clash of heads with Langley, both players going up for the header and landing on the floor. Langley obstructing the Mancunian from getting back up, with Casilo treading on the centre-back in an attempt to escape his clutches. Poor officiating from referee Will Finney, who should have either booked both or neither. The deadlock was broken on the half-hour mark by Tom Denton. A ball in from the right bobbled and rebounded around the box before falling to the 6'8" target man, who rifled it home from 8 yards in front of 800 Town supporters, who made the bank holiday trip over. Unfortunately, in the aftermath of celebrating opening the scoring for the day, the Shaymen conceded almost straight away. A 25-yard shot from Casper Hughes somehow going through the Town defence and goalie Stephen Drench. A poor goal to give away, and not the first time this season Town have been pegged back almost straight away from the kick-off. Danny Hone soon after appeared to be racing opposite number Langley and going for an early bath, as Fylde's Bohan Dixon knocked the ball past Hone, out on the right 40 yards from goal, with Hone shoulder barging Dixon over. The easiest yellow card by any official that they will have to give all season. Langley was booked soon after in what would have been his marching orders had Finney cautioned him for the altercation with Casilo earlier. All in all, though, Town still pressed very well and believed they had retaken the lead soon after. A ball in from the left was met by the head of that man, Tom Denton again, who towered above his defender at the far right post to net, but the flag went up for offside. In watching the game, it was difficult to tell from the away terracing if the Yorkshireman was or was not offside, but when Denton headed home, he was just behind his defender, so must have gone off and then come back on and as the cross come in. It was Denton once again who asked the next question of the full-time outfit. An overhead kick from the right of the Coasters box beat goalie Tony Thompson, but not a defender on the line who cleared very well. Town went into the half-time the stronger, but it was not to remain that way once the second half kicked off. Fylde, who asked more questions in the second half period, took the lead for the first time through a Danny Hone own goal on 52 minutes. A shot was saved by Drench, but the ball was put onto the centre-back, who it seems chose to simply volley the ball into his own net. Awkward for Hone to deal with, as he found himself right in the middle of the goals, with possibly clearing either side of himself having the same end result. Town from there admirably brought the game more to Fylde and were the better team on the whole, as Town bagged an equaliser in the 72nd minute. Danny Hone atoning for his earlier error by scoring from a corner swung in from the left. The heads went up and the ball dropped to Hone's feet for him to smash into the back of the net from just outside the 6-yard box. That's now 2-2 for the centre-back. Town in truth had looked a little shaky at the back any time Fylde got more than 40 yards from Drench's goal, and it was proved to be the undoing for the West Yorkshire side. In the 79th minute, Fylde took the lead for the second time. Bohan Dixon was given too much respect down the left as the defence simply stood off, and he fired a low but not so hard shot across Drench, who stood still in his bottom right-hand corner. Hints of a possible deflection on the way through a case for why the experienced stopper made no attempt at diving. Fylde on the main were comfortable in dealing with Town after that, as they dropped deeper to preserve their lead. Heath brought Burrow on for Peniket in the 80th minute in an attempt to try and salvage a draw with fresh legs, but Burrow once again from the bench was ineffective. After breaking his duck with 2 goals last week, Peniket also had a quiet game. Denton winning 90% of his headers, which one would hope the Welshman would try and get onto, but it was not to be at Mill Farm. Fylde substitute Matt Blinkhorn's only contribution to the game was to be sent off soon after for stamping on Danny Hone. Only the one substitution from Billy Heath had some supporters scratching their heads once more, but with another top-of-the-table clash in less than 48 hours in the shape of Harrogate Town, coupled